Nick, going into this 149-pound match, 3 matches down here for Cornell, winning the first 3. This will be the first match that Nebraska is favored in. What do you think we need to look for from Jake Sueflohn to kind of turn the tide here for the Huskers?
Sueflohn, as we all know, has beaten some really good guys. He's beaten like 4 or 5 ranked guys. You know, he's beaten Desari from Ohio State, and he's just, I mean, he's ranked. Sueflohn is ranked number 9 in the country. But you know, Villalonga is never out of match. He was ranked in the preseason rankings. He's not ranked right now, but he was a stellar blue chip high school wrestler. So this is a really competitive match. This is a very big swing match. Sueflohn is very, very tough, and he's one of those guys that Mark Manning is looking to make some noise at the end of the year. So we'll see what happens here. And here we go, first 30 seconds in the match, no score. But this was one of these matches that we had spoken about earlier, Chris, that we knew was going to be a pretty tough match and a real competitive match.
Chris Villalonga, Dream Team member in high school, never quite lived up to his billing. Could this be one of those matches that kind of turn a season around, maybe project him and propel him towards the Nationals?
Yes, you know, when you have that kind of pedigree that a Villalonga has, you don't lose it. It doesn't automatically. Nice little knee pull, gets in on that, on Sueflohn. Can he finish here? Sueflohn's very, very good with these funk and these little funk moves here. Villalonga needs to get that head and chest high right here, and he needs to come out the back, and if he could slip in, he does not want to get taken down though off of his shot. A lot of times that really takes a lot out of you just mentally. But going back to Villalonga has not had a very, very good, you know, he's 17-8 right now, or 18-8. So he hasn't had a good, but you don't lose being a good wrestler. It's just that sometimes you get down on yourselves and you have those ebbs and flows in a season, and you have those things that happen in a season. You take some big losses or some really heartbreaking losses, and it plays on your mind. But if you're a champion like Villalonga, he's been a blue chip guy, he's been a dream team guy, you have to dig deep. You have to come from within, and you have to know that, hey, listen, I'm good, and I can compete at any level, and I just got to push through this. And really, it doesn't really matter what your record is. You could be 10-15. You could have a horrible record. It all really matters at the EIWAs, and it matters at the NCAA championships. That's when you have to perform, and that's when you have to peak. And that's what really, nobody's going to remember his record 10 years from now, but they're going to remember if Villalonga was an All-American or a national champion. Believe me on that.
Right now, Sueflohn doing a really nice job running that same ride we've seen all day from Nebraska. Tight wrist, thigh pry on the backside with a deep waist.
Yep, Chris, he's really tough on top with that. You know, Villalonga's got to move. I know Rob Cole would love to see him move on bottom and do a little something.
Talking to Rob Cole earlier, he said that, you know, Chris Villalonga just needs to win one of these. He says he's got all the ability in the world. He's one of the most talented guys in the Cornell room. He says he wins one, he thinks he's going to win the next one and the one after that. This could be one of those matches.
And that's a great point, Chris, because you know what? It does work like that. You have to take stages. You have to take phases in a season. You go and you win a big match against a guy like, you know, Sueflohn, and you win a match like that. Sometimes it turns your season around. You start to believe in yourself again, that you're beating the best guys in the country. And Rob Cole is right. And let me tell you, it all starts at the top. Rob Cole has that poise. He's relaxed. That rubs off on your wrestlers, and that's why they're so talented year in and year out, because Rob Cole does such an amazing job with the bunch of guys that he has.
Well, right now, Sueflohn, excuse me, controlling pace, up over a minute 40 ride time to start the second period, 2-0 to begin. Chris Villalonga chooses down. Nick, as we watch this match that's really been controlled by the Nebraska wrestler, what does Chris Villalonga have to do to kind of change the tide, to maybe take control?
Well, Chris Villalonga has to start with very simple things. Just get a point. Just get out, score a point. It's 2-1, you know, and then you're in the mix, and then you have to be tough. You have to dig down, like I said, dig down deep. You have to hand fight. You have to be gritty out there. You have to stay on the attack. And Chris Villalonga, we know he has it in him. So right now, take one step at a time. Get your point, get out, you're on your feet, you're down by 1.
On the reverse side of this, what does What does the Nebraska wrestler need to do to maybe extend his lead, maybe to take control of this match completely?
Well, Sueflohn, what he needs to do is he needs to ride him out, take his heart out of him, discourage Villalonga at every stage of the game. But beautiful standing switch by Villalonga, beautiful move, and Sueflohn did the right thing. He felt it coming, he saw that he was going to get switched, and he just gave him the one. You'd rather give one than two and be in that position than give up a reversal here and take away from that riding time. So, but right now we're in a 2-1 match, 3-1 with riding time. But right now, Sueflohn comes up with a big takedown here. And what you want to do is you want to get a takedown right here if you're Sueflohn, because if you do, it's one more step towards breaking your opponent, discouraging your opponent.
Villalonga now in that short offense, front head position that we saw in the Nevinger match. See if he can pull him down and spin behind right now. Sueflohn doing a really nice job reshooting through his position, though.
You know, Villalonga is cutting some weight too. He's, he's 49, and I'm sure that he could just as easily go 57. But he's, this is the right weight for him. This is the right weight. 40 seconds left. You'd like to see Villalonga continually press the action right here and get a takedown. But you're right. A lot of times, Rob Cole is exactly right. You get a big win like this, it helps you mentally. Because, listen, physically, there's a lot of guys that are physically comparable to one another at this level. But what happens is a lot of times the guys that win big matches are the guys that are mentally tougher or have that mental edge. At this level in college, you're going up against the best in the country. You have to be mentally prepared at all points of a match. Nice little double leg attempt, but Villalonga's out front. He's got that head in. He needs to get his hips back out. He needs to adjust his hips right here. He cannot give up two. I saw Villalonga give up two against Jordan Oliver in the Garden at the same way right here. You hate to see that as a coach. Giving up the two on the edge drives a coach crazy, believe me.
Even worse, with 1 second left in the period, he scores to go up 4-1 with riding time. Jake Sueflohn will choose bottom to start the third period.
Right now, Rob Cole is hot, believe me. He is hot, and he's upset. Now you make it a 4-1 match against a very, very tough Sueflohn. And then you get reversed. I mean, right now, it's a whole different ballgame. Let me tell you something. If he doesn't give that takedown up, okay, that predicates what he was going to do, what the guys are going to do in the third period, what position they're going to pick. So, it makes a huge difference, that takedown at the end of the period.
Looks like Sueflohn's going to cut him out and start working towards a major.
And he gets two. Right now, 8-2, 9-2 at riding time. If Sueflohn can get one more takedown, he gets a major against a very, very tough Villalonga.
And maybe this is what Coach Cole was talking about. Maybe he just does not believe he's at the level of some of these top 8 ranked opponents.
Got just over a minute, about 1:10 seconds left in the match.
Nick, if you're Chris Villalonga, what do you need to do to get back into this match?
Well, you know what? Right there, you can't give up takedowns, Chris. You can't let a guy score that easy. As soon as he got in, Sueflohn, Villalonga conceded the two. You can't do that. At this level, you got to fight. You got to be hungry. But, you just, sometimes you scratch your head with matches like this. Now he's got a major decision if he can hold on, onto Villalonga and not give him an escape.
Wow. Stalling call extends this lead 11-3 with riding time 12-3.
15 seconds left, Chris. Excellent, excellent match for Sueflohn. Once again, he proves why he is one of the best guys in the United States right now.
And Nick, you have to be nothing but impressed here with Sueflohn coming in here, dominating in this matchup.
Really, and the way he did it, Chris, was just awesome. I mean, he just really wrestled a solid, solid match, and he majored Chris Villalonga, who's very, very tough.